All right, let's get this straight. This level needs to freaking end. I need to stop thinking about this gish gosh dang darn level. It's peeving me off. It's making me angry. And thus, I really hope that this is it. Okay. Man. Man. I accidentally alt-tabbed it. Alt-tabbed. That's... This level will fucking live in my nightmares. I've literally done it. That's the worst part. The worst part is I've done it. It's just this stupid fucking jump. I'm just gonna start every single peak stream with that stupid fucking jump until I make it. Because it's right at the end of the climb. It's right at the end of the climb. It's right freaking at the end of it. I've done it. I've done the climb. I've done it. It's right there. It's right there in the middle of our screen. Ropeless. I've done it. I've done it. I should be able to do it again. Should be. Okay, so last time we completed book 2, and we also did Secret Crag, and we messed around on Great Sylph a little bit, but that is all that we have seen of book 3. And then I personally, off camera, have done Towering Visser, and I've touched Eldris Wall and Mount Morgrim a little bit, but it's like they're both just so scary. They're both so scary. So today we will start off with the Chasm, which I kind of... It's been a while since I've done it, but I remember it as mostly just being a maze rather than actually difficult. But we'll see how long that opinion lasts, because I've said it before. I feel like this game gets harder on stream. It's probably just that I have a little bit more going on in my head, but it feels as though it's a bit harder. Oh, there you are. It's always just a single freaking hold that you can't see. And I love reading old patch notes because it's like increased hold visibility, and then you play the game and you're like, Andos, what holds? What holds did you make easier to see? Andos, are you sure that you made the holds easier to see in this update? Are you sure that's a thing that you did? Um, which supposedly it is, but like I have no proof of that. I have no proof of that. Okay. Where the flip is my next hold? Okay. It's always so stressful when you need to see, and the thing that you need to see is just behind your arm, and it's like, because in real life you just move your neck a little bit. That's not a flipping option here. Okay. I seem to remember there's a part where you have to go around and below. It might just be this, and I was confusing it. I feel like it was a little bit more egregious than that part. At least the thing I'm imagining in my head. But I really kind of don't think that this level will be hard, because we have our crampons, and I've done all of the hard lifting of figuring out the level in the past. So there should be a minimal amount of eyeing. I say as I was currently eyeing in that exact moment in time. Okay. Isn't this the silly one where you have to change your mind and then just go that way? Yeah, because there's ice. There's ice in these hills. Prospector that's really happy about things that are cold. Ice in them there hills. Maybe this is the stupid one I was thinking of. This feels stupider than the last one. Oh. Ooh, that's smarts. That's smarts. We were probably about halfway done with the climb there. It's just a little rough. What does my barometer look like? That's something that I never even thought about. Negative. Ooh. Scary. Almost as scary as job application jump scare. Ooh. That jump feels really scary, but I haven't missed it, so it's not truly scary yet. Of course, the second that happens, it will be very scary. I'm also getting unstable frames, but I just kind of don't agree with it. I'm also looking at our stream output, and sheesh looks fine. I'm perfectly okay with all of the things happening on my screen. Alright, I want to grab this one with my right hand, and then I want to grab this one with my left hand, and then my other right hand, and then my third right hand. Do I have a fourth spare right hand lying around anywhere? That would probably help in this climb. Oh yeah, I like when your pickaxe gets stuck in something and it's just like, sure you did, pickaxe. You're definitely stuck in that ice there. That's a fact. I would call it a rock fact, but it's an ice fact. Can I just... Yeah, you don't even need to participate. It's really genuinely cool to me how many parts of the climbs in these games you just can actually skip. Like you don't need to participate in like 80% of the climbs. Or like 80% of parts of the climbs. You don't skip climbs entirely. But if a climb was 100%, one climb being 100%, then you can get away with playing like 20% of it, depending. Okay. Don't fuck it up this time. Okay, I fucked it up that time, but I saved myself. Please, why am I bad? Because that's literally what you're supposed to do. Maybe I just need to cramp on. And I haven't, I just haven't tried pressing that button because in my mind, you can just make it. I mean, you probably can just make it. So maybe I am just bad. Okay. I missed the jump that I was talking about not missing. And now all of a sudden my feelings are hurt. That's just kind of funny. It's hard to feel any pain at all when you mess up on... I mean, I guess it depends, because quietude was pissing me off, but that's because there was a stamina meter. In a level where you are allowed to start whenever you want, I feel no pain throwing away an attempt. And this game, or this climb, very much has an easy start. Because you just fucking jump in the hole that's right next to spawn. Okay. Okay! I have no idea why I didn't get my ice pick in that. That just genuinely felt like the game was trying to scam me. Like, I know... Okay, fuck you, game. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit. Like, just give me the hold. Ugh. It's frustrating when in your mind and in your soul you're trying to do every single thing right. And the game just requires more precision than you output. Okay, that's another example of your hands teleporting egregiously, which I was hoping to never see in this game again because it peeved me off so much. Gosh, I love I love uncontrollable things inside my video game where the only thing that matters is my control. Hee hee hee, such a cool feature. Oh. I like to think that all of the ice melting that we're seeing is because I'm in here. I'm the only living creature that's been in this area. Thus, I'm the only thing that can heat it up. Okay. We pressed the cramp-on button. Okay. I didn't even get enough height to try and press the cramp-on button. What the fuck is going on with this? It's, like... Okay. I know that this isn't the solution. I know that the solution is you fucking swing yourself like that. However, I'm fucking sick of it. That's understandable. That's understandable. However, I'm kind of tired of this. Because it doesn't feel like I'm messing up due to inexpertise or not knowing what's going on. It just kind of feels like the game isn't letting me. Which I know that there exists a reason. But alas. Sure feels annoying to just be told no several times. And it's to the same exact part as well, which it doesn't like change anything difficulty wise, but it changes stuff feelings wise. Makes my heart hurt in anguish. Okay, I was about to scream. Well, I can't scream because there's people in my house, but I was about to do the Twitch streamer with other people in his house equivalent of screaming, which is whispering into the microphone loudly. Okay. And screw trying to get that from the hold, I guess, because the game hates me. And yeah, I really think that grabbing that is the smartest play. Okay. I convinced myself in my heart and soul that I just didn't hit that. Very difficult. I should probably try to, like, talk about something. Honestly, there's just so many things going on when you have to use your ice picks in the video game. Freaking freaks me out, you know? 'Cause I don't even think that you can describe the ice picks as hard, because it's just a button that you press. And you could map it to be whatever the heck you want. So there's really truly no problem there. You just always need to stare at everything you do beforehand and make sure that what you're doing is what you want to do. And also, like, something about holding the pickaxes makes your momentum a little bit weird. I'm not an expert, so I really don't know what it is. Freaking finally. That's me with the pipe, and I didn't even hit it. You can see my freaking picks there not connecting to the surface at all. Because I literally didn't succeed, but the game gave it to me anyway. That was another very egregious hand teleport. Ever since I noticed it on that one hold, I'm gonna start being furious whenever that shows up as a thing. Okay, this is one of those parts where you don't know where you're going. But we think it's right over here. I definitely remember a part where you jump. Is that a... I can't see. I think I see a hold. Yeah, you look like a hold. Cool. Maybe I was supposed to do that different. I still found it, though. And this is definitely on the way to go. Yeah, because I remember this part because when I was replaying it to get the collectibles, there's one, like, right there. Okay, I feel a lot of pain and sorrow in my heart. Just a whole fucking load of it. You know, at least we got further. At least we got further. I can gaslight myself into thinking that I'm making progress if I at least go a little bit further. Okay, that fucking hurts. It really drains my soul whenever I go for a jump and it's very obvious I just, like, fucking bonk part of my body on just the geometry, which is very prevalent in this level, the geometry. I'm kind of worried that that's going to be a consistent trend in this here DLC, is making tight corridors for you to shove your guy through. Because, quite honestly, I think that that's one of the parts of the game that I'd struggle with the most. I need my other hand. Okay. Boop, boop. Please. Thank you. That second pinch there, it's terrifying. Maybe the scariest part of this whole climb is just it dipping below that platform and having to go pinch to ice. It's just terrifying. There is no chill in this level. There's a lot of ice. That was a very egregious hand teleport. A lot of ice, no chill. I've been watching a million people play Undertale lately because I drive for my job and I need to have something to listen to the entire time. And I know Undertale really, really well, and there's honestly not really too much going in the graphics department. So it's really good to watch because I get to hear people do funny voices for the characters, and then all the sound cues just lead me to imagine the correct scenes, which is epic. And Astral Spiff, the creator that introduced me to this game, not directly, I watched his video on it. Okay. My crampon worked there. I was panicking very, very hard. he started out the game thinking that the game was going to happen in terms of Pokemon logic. So he beat up the first few enemies and then like because the first few enemies are very weak and pathetic, when you beat them up, they try to spare you and like run away and get out of town. Um, so he was convinced that to spare things, you beat them up until they let you go, or until they let you spare them. And oh my god, I failed on a jump that it's not even a jump. It's not even a jump. Any future people, the item is like right there. I know because I did it. And I was like, where the fuck is this item? Um, and it's so refreshing watching somebody play Undertale with very little knowledge of anything. He fought Papyrus and first tried it purely because he had a bunch of love. Ooh. Okay, I caught myself. He had like 40 health or something by the Papyrus fight, and he ended the fight with like 7. So guaranteed he wouldn't have done it if he was trying to pass. If he was trying to pacifist. And he opened a drawer, pulled out a coin, and then went, okay. Heads he lives, tails I kill him. And then for the next like 30-40 minutes of gameplay, he was just like, man, I wonder what the dialogue here would be if I killed Papyrus. It's just like, damn, dude, I kind of agree. Oh, that was like the smoothest jump ever, and my arm just committed nonsense. My arm did pure, unadulterated fucking nonsense. Made up maneuvers. I'm never gonna jump smoothly again in my life because clearly it just makes your arms freak out. That sucks. I hate bumping into the wall. It's the worst feeling. I also think that that's Mount Morgrim. That's definitely the Towering Visser over there. And then maybe that's the wall. It would kind of make sense if the wall and Morgrim were connected. But I don't know. There's some clip of somebody saying I don't know in a very silly way. But I don't I don't remember if there's any like context or if that's just like a thing that I've heard because I've watched YouTube poops. That's such an impossible thing in life, is being like, I wonder if this is a distinct meme or one part of like a big meme from 2010 that I'll probably never find the individual example of again. Thus is the way of the internet. Okay, the scary part again. Okay, and then I immediately fucked it up. Well, not like true fucked, but I messed it up enough to scare myself. Egg. Yeah, this game is exactly about eggs. This game actually probably has more eggs in it than most games. And by more eggs in it than most games, I mean it's tied for 0 with the least eggs that a game can have. Well, you know, I guess it's not... I haven't seen every square inch of this game. I don't feel like I deserve to make that jump. Oh yeah, you can stare at my pickaxe and have proof that I didn't deserve to make that jump. Oh. I don't know if this game needs eggs, though. This game... I think it's kind of slang without eggs. I know most great video games have eggs in them, like Pokemon and Pogo Stuck and jeez, what's it? I can't think of any other good video games. Pogo Stuck and Pokemon. Those are the only ones. Okay, please. Okay, knowing how crampons work makes that jump a little bit easier. Just a little bit easier. Does Hitman have eggs in it? I don't know if Hitman has eggs in it. If Hitman has eggs in it, it's going on the list of good video games with eggs in it. Most of the Kirby games probably count because that one company has the logo of the dog that's like warming eggs. So every single Kirby game. Well, actually, no, because that one company didn't. They didn't publish every single Kirby game. They only published most of them. I also think they published Nintendogs. Yeah, that's your Kirby Mancer fact of the day. I a producer probably published Nintendogs, if I had to guess. If I had to take a serious guess and scratch my head the whole time, that would be it. I think we're almost to the fun part of the climb. Almost. Game always makes you do shit. The whole, like, any second in my life that I'm not playing Peaks of Yore, I'm sitting here like, man, I really want to go play Peaks of Yore right now. I would absolutely love playing Peaks of Yore right now. And then I sit down and I play Peaks of Yore and I have a good time. Sure, yes. However, it makes me so mad. And like doubly so when I'm streaming it. Something about turning the camera on makes the tilt like twice or thrice as much. Am I going down? Yeah. Always makes you go down in these stupid hacking crack pipes. Bro. I wanna bam, yeah, I wanna bam, yeah. That was a hand teleport that I'm okay with. That was a hand teleport that I'm not okay with. The good and bad ones are all over the place. Okay, where am I going? Yeah. Mm-hmm. There it is. Spotted. That was probably the most where am I going moment of the stream so far. Very intense where am I going energy, which I was hoping to avoid on this particular level. Nobody was here, but if you were paying attention 23 minutes and 40 seconds ago, you would probably you might be able to follow along. I'm just waiting to get like 5,000 meters up Mount Margrim or something. Just a completely silly amount of height. And then for them to throw like a ice crack at us or something akin to that. That feels like something the game would do. Just be like, hey, you were having a good time. How about explode now? When do we get the sick ice volume drop? It probably exists in mods. I don't know if the modding community for this game is big yet because I want to beat it first. And boy, is it hard to beat. Oh, that's kind of just annoying. The jump that annoys you. Something about being on a slant in this game is very disconcerting. Just makes the game harder. Yeah. Very much. That was as expected. I didn't think the game would let me get that ice for free, but boy did I want it. And I'm glad that I've done an amount of Tempest, because boy does Tempest train you for these tiny shithole ice blocks. It's about the only thing Tempest does good. Okay. Freedom. To an extent. I truly can't see the holds. It's like, Andos, what holds did you make more visible? Andos, what holds? Okay. Then I'm gonna call it. It is reasonably impossible that we've failed the climb at this point. Because having that ice below us and a straight climb up is essentially free. I'm not gonna go like super mega fast because of course I still want to freaking perform. Ah! Why is that part so weird? I don't feel like this part should be weird at all, but it's like hard to get through. It's just because we're in such a space. No. I don't know what's happening anymore. We're back in the weird part. I wanna... Let me out. I want freedom. Is that really a better time? Oh my goodness. That was a better time. That didn't feel like a good attempt at all. How high did we go? 13 meters up. Most challenging Peaks of Yore climb ever. This Peaks of Yore challenge took speedrunners 5 minutes. That's how hard it is, because speedrunners play really, really fast. It's such an oddity how nobody's ever actually here when I, like, succeed. During the climb, my viewers popped up to, like, I saw it at 3. And then I'm like, yeah, woo, we did it. And I look over and 1. Not that people have to watch, but it's just, sometimes it's very noticeable. Because I always want people to show up. I guess the routing flag is very much proof that I've done this before. Very, very much proof. Great. Time for this piece of shit. Yeah, that's how it feels. That is how it feels. I wonder if, at all, it would be easier to go off of the ice. It's just in my mind, it's a whole extra freaking input, and I don't want to deal with that. I would love to know how you do this good, because, like, surely you can get up there. Surely you can. Surely. There has to be a way. There just has to be. I wonder if I can, like... Because you can cramp on off of the starting wall. It's just finicky. So I wonder if I can just, like, skip the start of it. Maybe if I grab you... no. Because you can't cramp on when you're in that situation. And you can't really swing too good since it's just a single fucking pinch. Yeah. The game hates you. And the game also hates me because it fucking made a weird ass... Like, I'm usually so okay about handling sounds in video games, but something about the fucking noise that you make when you jump off of the fucking ice at the bottom of this level, it makes me want to scream. Like, it's just, I actually hate it so much. Feel no emotions other than fucking pain and torment. Okay. Yes, you're so cool, Hold. I see how you have a timer. We're all very impressed. That was a classic pickaxe moment. And now we get to listen to the fucking terrible noise again. That's our reward, is every time that we fuck up this climb, I get to be mad about the sound design again. It's the benefit. I hate that invisible wall. There's an invisible wall there that just, like, juts out, and I hate it. Because it's not fun. Like, if you can still just do the jump anyway... Oh, very good teleport. Very good teleport. Like, why would you put it in the game? Why would you put it in the game if it seems like its one purpose is to make the jump from that ice to that ice harder, but all it actually does is push you out of the way a little bit and not make it harder? That's my question to the devs. That is my question. I don't really feel like I deserve that. Okay. Then what we do here is we go hacha and then hacha. Then I think that this is my current PB on stream, and it will remain that way. It will remain that way. That hurts. It just hurts my feelings. I really want to stab the person that made the sound of the fucking ice. Where was my right arm there? I pressed both of them at the same freaking time, and my right arm just didn't exist for a convenient amount of time. Oh, I fucked up. Yeah. Seriously, like, why did they add that to the video game? It's just the worst sound ever. It's just fucking ticking. Like, who wants a consistent sound like that? That's hard to hear. It just stresses me out. Yeah. If what I did there was like, okay, thank you, video game. I'm happy when my crampons don't work. If what I did there was consistent and recreatable, I would try to do it every single time. But cramponing off of this volume is just the most infuriating thing in human existence. You might be able to hear it, you might not. I literally just spam the crampon button when I'm on that volume. Thank you, video game. Thank you, crampon. Thank you for cramponing. This level's really cool, I think, because you get the worst sound effect in the entire video game, and you also feel the express need to cramp on at every single moment, but 50% of the time it says no when you try to cramp on. That's really good. Really good design, I think. Seriously, where is my fucking crampon? Where's my crampon? I swear I know how to do this level. It just needs to freaking cramp on when I'm on that ice. That was a separate issue. My crampon worked that time. I've just heated. Just heated. Oh, and then fucking... Because I'm streaming this in the middle of the day, it's gonna get really fucking hot. Shit. I didn't even think about that. I love life in the middle of summer. It's a really cool month when all you... Oh, I paused when I was in the complete middle of doing something. Complete middle. Huh. Yeah. That was maybe my fourth attempt at cramponing that came out. What the fuck did I crampon off of? What the fuck is there to crampon off of there? What the fuck did I crampon off of? What did my legs... What did I do? I was pressing the button because I was angry and then stuff happened. What there can you even crampon off of? If you can crampon off of that little fucking block, why the hell can't you crampon off of the volume easily? I was just pressing the button for fun because I didn't think it would do anything. And here we are. This game is so peculiar. This game is so peculiar. It makes up rules on the fly. I truly don't get it. Please. Okay. PB, let's go. I breathed at the exact same time as John Yore did. And it wasn't even intentional. There's been times that I try to do that and I've messed up. And then they've been conveniently not mentioned ever. Because the coolest thing to do when a joke flops is simply pretend it wasn't there in the first place. So that's my simple step to you, viewer, on how to do comedy better. If nobody heard it, then nobody can tell you it's bad. It's a separate tip that's equally usable. Okay, I think we're almost at a hard part. Yeah, this bitch. I think that this is a crux. Because the game really loves these fucking pinches. Yeah. This part of the climb sure is a part of it. Can I reach? You can reach. And because my left hand is on a good rock, I am allowed to fuck around there for as long as I want. No, that's terrible. I didn't deserve that at all. But first try. First try though. First try. And that's just a very, very easy skip. Ooh. This is a part where I've been watching Nipple Nick's cramponless because it's fun content. But then they got to a part where his co-commentator is experiencing spoilers that I have yet to witness, so I'm not allowed to watch it anymore. And I'm really excited to see Nipple Nick get to this part, because the only thing that I know is that you can't slide there if you're doing cramponless. Like, the point of the slide is you crampon off about there, and then you can catch the ice. And since Nipple Nick is simply not using crampons. I'm very curious how you get around the bend there. It's probably not gonna be that intense of a thing, but I'm curious at how it happens. This is one of them, not unique cracks, but one of them weird ones. This is another one of them weird ones. Don't they know that you just press the control button? Whoever installed these cracks on this mountain should be fired. The crux reached. The last part of the mountain that will be easy. Oh, that's a pinch. It didn't really matter to me, but it was definitely a pinch. Are you a mean one, Mr. Crack? Even though you're made of whack. I don't know what I'm saying. I was just trying to keep the Grinch meme going. Okay. That one pinch was all you need. Alright, then I think this is the end. That would have been so funny if I fucked up there. That would have been so funny. Okay. Not a PB. Well, did we do that one hold better? I might have to go and recheck the footage, but that looks like we did that a single hold better. Which kind of rocks. It kind of rocks. If that's a fact, that is a rock fact. Sometimes I need to shut up. Oh. Feels good though. We're almost caught up. We just have the most bitch-ass mountain I've ever climbed in this game left. Which is you. My towering Visser. Oh boy, towering Visser. It's such an experience. Towering Visser is something that I feel a lot of emotions about. Hold on a gosh darn second. What the fuck is the bivouac doing here? Why is there a... If you get to Towering Visser before you get to Tempest, does it give you the bivouac on a different mountain? Is that like an update that I didn't pay attention to? Why is there a bivouac on my Visser? I need to go deal with this stat. Where the fuck is my... There you are. Yeah, I need to go make sure that the bivouac at Tempest is still there. That's a demand. It has to be, because I wanted to climb Tempest and then jump off of it, and then pick up the bivouac as my... Okay, whew, it's still there, Good. I can relax now. I wanna best this beast of a mountain, then jump off of it and run over here and get the bivouac. Because I think that would be a fun way to finish it off, and I guess in one of the patches they added the bivouac to the Visser, which that sure caught me off guard. That's cool though, because I mean the Visser isn't really that big. I think I've heard numbers thrown around that it's like a little bit less than half as tall as Tempest. I really hope that I don't pick that up on accident ever. Oh, yeah. It has like a special dialogue too, due to the height of the towering Visser. That's cool. That's silly. I mean, that sucks because that's the place that this is where I like stand to start, because you can get your way up there. And we'll also, if I fall a large amount of times, we'll witness... Oh, wait, if there was a update, they might have updated the thing that I was gonna show out of the game. I don't know for sure. I haven't been reading the patch notes. There's a thing that can occur that I'm trying to keep secret because I think it's really cool. That I want to reveal when I'm in dire straits. When I'm in a truly desperate time. That's when I'll reveal my hidden technique on this mountain. Because I don't know. I have a little bit of experience with this mountain. I've climbed it a couple times. And by a couple times, I mean once. I've successfully peaked the mountain a single one time. Okay. It's always so stressful. It has been a fat minute since I've played it because I beat the Towering Visser and I was like, okay, this DLC shit is hard. Um, and then from that point on, I focused my power on Solemn Tempest because it was a mountain that felt a little bit more doable to me. Oh, what am I missing here? There we are. That's what I'm missing. There's always something that you're missing. I feel like a large amount of DLC problem solving is just like there's a hold that I'm not seeing, isn't there? Ooh. This mountain sure is hard. I feel like, oh, there's a fucking trash truck outside. That's really cool. I wouldn't even call this mountain hard the entire way through. It has a lot of, quite frankly, easy sections to it. Like this that I'm doing right here, I would consider very, very easy. But the thing is, there's a few choke points that really get you. And because this beast of a mountain is really, really tall, and like realistically, hardest parts are like the start, about 750 meters up, which is roughly the halfway mark, and at like 1,000 meters up. And that was really close to messing up. I also kind of struggle with the part that's around 500 meters up, but I think that one is more just a me thing rather than it actually being hard. Oh, they added a hold there. That's very new. I mean, well, it's very small. I think it's new. If it's not new, I'm going to be a little bit surprised, quite frankly. Okay. Jumps in this game where you're like, damn, I feel bad for people with no pipe. Where it's just about the only thing that lets you make it is you have the pipe. It just makes your mobility better overall. I think that there's some specifics to it, but ooh, that was the classic blunder. And like right, that was a freaking lag spike. I don't know if I've ever gotten a lag spike like that in this game. But that sure was one. Okay, give me the tiny. Yeah, and this part definitely it doesn't require, but you're heavily incentivized to know how volumes work. And then if we take a handy peek at our barometer, oh, would you look at that? We're almost at the 500 meter mark. But what was it I said was the lowest hard part? Oh, about 500 meters up, and that's so curious. I'm not talking about that jump, by the way. I think overall that crux is pretty easy. Now, are you a pinch or are you just a crimp? You are just a crimp. Okay. All right. Easy peasy. I mean, I'm definitely stressing. Because as much as I call it easy peasy, it's been a fat minute, and I don't remember where all the holds are. I remember the general placement of them, which seems to have been enough. Okay, this is the part that I would describe as my first choke point, is just getting to those pitches over there. I struggle with quite hard. Nice. Okay. So we've now officially done better than like 75% of my attempts at this climb. And that feels good. Feels real good. Oh my god, I almost just flung myself off of the entire mountain due to the classic blunder. It would have made a good clip, though. Not that anybody's here to clip it. And I believe that our next answer is you just fucking yeet yourself this way. Yeah. Then the next answer is around the bend. Okay. Oh yeah, it's this part. This part's scary as crap. I'm gonna need a second. Fuck! Fuck! That hurts. And when you're around the back end of the viscera, it's just over. If you fall, you're just fuck you. For a first attempt, that wasn't terrible. I would love to do better though. As that attempt hurt my feelings. Yeah. At least the beginning of the climb looks very cool because I've done it a billion times. Oh, that looks less cool. It's because I needed to swing side from side and not back up out of the wall. I love all of the weird things that you have to do to babysit your crampons. Oh my god, the classic blunder. Oh my god, the classic blunder. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I should not be fucking up on such a menial task at this stage of the game. That just simply shouldn't be happening. Simply should not. Then you can definitely make this jump from not the final hold, but I'm scared, and I was gonna say I'm new to the climb, but that doesn't really feel fair to say. I'm still warming up, is my argument. Okay. Dude, the classic blunder is gonna destroy me. It's gonna end my entire bloodline. The classic blunder will actually just ruin my life. Can I do the funny from all the way over here? Oh my god, you can. That's a very fun skip. It's probably a super duper easy skip to find, but boy is it fun. Yeah. I like the parts of the climb where you just fucking zoom up it. Oh yeah. I would cramp on there, but I don't think that the cramp on works off that part. Ooh. Yeah. We're gaming. We're basically speedrunners. I mean, to an extent, I think I could speedrun the base game. I do not think that I could speedrun any of the DLC, though. Which is kind of... I feel like, to a viewer, the DLC speedruns would be more intense and fun to watch. Just because there's more things to do. Like, there's more areas of possible fuck-up. If that makes any sense at all. And also there's a bunch of, like, anti-speedrunner tech implemented into the design of the DLC that is very much not there in the base game. Like, almost every single overhang you see is DLC exclusive. Because you just have to, if you want to stop your players from cramponing up the entire mountain, you have to make it so that there's no walls to jump off of. So I'm sure that the DLC would be fun to watch speedrun. Although, I haven't even seen the base game. Oh, did I get a spooky ooky text? Yay, I did get a spooky ooky text. Okay. Just ignore me wasting a bunch of time in the middle of a stamina puzzle. That's not something I would do ever. I totally thought I missed that. Okay. Grant me strength. Cool. I really don't feel like that part's hard. It's just terrifying. Okay. Alright, another very scary jump. But I'm an expert. Woogie, woogie, woogie. I'm glad that there's no punishment for pressing your crampon at an inopportune moment. Like, the game doesn't say, fuck you, and like, punish you or kill your momentum in any way. That jump is just so scary. So scary. I gotta say, feels kind of nice to be on Towering Visor again. I didn't. That's a thing that I never thought I would say, but I'm experiencing it. I think that it's just a very fun, unique climb, and I haven't played it an inch since I first beat it. Yay! Right, then we go for the slippery. Yeah, the slippery. Just the game is good. Game is good. Where the flip flap do I go? I cannot make out the holds. Like, clearly I grabbed this and launched myself off of it, but also clearly there's more to it than that, but whatever. Oop. I made it work. It is so difficult to panic on the crimps, or on the pinches, and make them work. Also, this is called a crux. I really don't think it deserves the crux title. Because I feel like all of the hard stuff in the beginning half of this climb is sandwiched between this crux and the last crux. I don't feel like either of the cruxes don't feel like a crux, but all of the shit in the middle of it where you are like rounding the mountain, that's what feels like a crux to me. But once again, maybe that's just a me thing. It's just there's nothing cruxy about cracks. Maybe it's just I have solved them to an extent, but they're just kind of slow. Those are the defining features of cracks, is they are slow and a little bit weird to grab. Not really difficult. Alright, gimme. Going side to side on the cracks is at least weird. It's at least funky. At least bizarro. But yeah, it's like that whole crux was just a bunch of the freaking... Oh, isn't there a skip here? Oh my gosh, there totally is. Oh, but how do you do it? I don't remember. No. That was very close. That was very close. That was very close. Yeah, I would have... There is not a single hold below this area on the mountain. That is a fact that I can give you. Ugh. Stressing myself out. That freaking trash truck. I swear to God. Yeah, that's right. Jeans God. Whew. I go completely silent when there's completely silent during stamina puzzles. Completely. It gets so hard to say anything. Oh, and we can see it in sight is the halfway mark, which is a very important moment in our gaming career. Is when we stare at the halfway mark on this mountain and go, "What the fuck, Andos? What the fuck?" And then we all go bully him on Twitter or something. Alright. Here it is. The stupid. The halfway corner. So, I will admit, I've watched other people climb this mountain, and there's an easier way to do this. But I thought that you just had to cramp on from this crack that I'm on to... I can't even, like, point it at the camera. It's right there above my middle finger is another crack. That's the closest hold, and I thought you just had to cramp on jump from this area to that, which, no, there's easier methods, to say the least. That still was very, very close to me falling off the mountain, but better than me falling off the mountain, for sure. Cool. This part's also just weird, trying to, like, get onto the side of a crack from the bottom of it while you're swinging. Gimme. Okay. Now there's a million billion pinches. Oh my god. Somebody, we just got a new viewer. Welcome. Jeez. This game. No shortage of heart attacks. No shortage at all. Bleh. Bleh. For anybody curious how high up the mountain we are, 781. And I think about 1,000 meters up is when they introduce ice mechanics, and you have to be like, oh shit, yeah, I have pickaxes in this game. Oh yeah, we can finally see the first bits of ice up there. It's like, hello, Mr. Icy. Thank you for letting me climb you. Or at least, thank you for letting future me climb you. I don't quite have the honor yet, but maybe one day. Okay, now where the fuck do I go on this? This is another part that I recognize as stupid. I seem to remember that somewhere on the edge of this, where the sun is glaring very, very hard, I seem to remember there being a hold on the other side of that. However, I have no proof of this, and I don't want to fall off the mountain, so we're just going to jump straight up and hope that it works. Okay, cool. Gotta love when setup doesn't matter at all. Should have just yeeted it. Dude. Okay, that's probably really bad. I don't know if I can catch myself at all. Oh, if I could have caught myself, oh shit! The part that I bonked off of there had holds on it that I didn't see. Fuck. I mean, there was still, I've lost all of my height, all 800 meters of it, but we saw ice. We saw a color other than gray pop off. Very, very much pop off worthy. So 100. Okay, that sucks. That hurts my feelings. Okay. Man, am I? Hold on a fucking second. Is it just your jump when you have crampons on? Is this just a thing that I never fucking noticed because you don't spend any time on the ground on this game? Is that noise that I despise, that I hate, that I want to scream and rip out from this world? Is that fully a thing because of the crampons that I'm wearing? There's no way to... there must be a way to wear no crampons. There must be, but I'm going to test out the noise of a different crampon because it's like... Boy, would that be temptation. No, that's still very, very much ticking. Very, very much ticking. How do you take your crampons off? That's my question to you, chat. And my answer is I have no fucking clue, so we're just gonna go boot up a new save file. Because I need to sort out the source of this noise that's driving me wild. And yes, I know that I'm doing this on camera. I don't care. I have to know if you still make a stupid noise when you jump without anything on your feet. Because I thought it was the ice. Okay. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm literally... I hate that man. Actually despise. I feel no emotions towards him other than fucking pure raw hatred. I went into that level specifically to do something sound-based. Okay. It literally is. It's just... Your feet make a worse noise when you jump off the ground and you have crampons on. That's terrible. Why would they put that in the video game? This video game is like a solid 10 out of 10, but the fucking noise that you make when you jump with crampons is putting it down to like a 2, man. I went to the wrong mountain. I'm just gonna press my spacebar again to be angry. I'm sorry? Is it? What the fuck? It's not happening anymore. I, was it a glitch? Was the thing that I hate actually not intended? Because if it's a glitch, then the game's right back up to being a 10 out of 10. But that's so fucking weird. Yeah, what? Because I mentioned that noise pissing me off like 2 streams ago. And all you gotta do is start a different save file and then it goes away? And then you're allowed to be happy again? I'm so confused. I mean, I'm happy that it's gone. Genuinely very, very happy that it's gone. Also, what the fuck, like, what even was that? Did I experience a new glitch that is yet to be documented purely because I'm so autistic I got mad about the noise? It was driving me wild. Is that something that occurred? I mean, I doubt that there's anything that I'm the first one to experience. Why the flippity flap is my timer not on? I don't even know how to start the timer. Go. Sure. There you go. Oh my god, it's the sound of the timer starting. It's this piece of shit. It's the sound of the timer starting. God. God. I'm experiencing so much rage. I'm experiencing so much rage. Why would you put that in the video game? Why would you put that in the video game? Like, everybody that's gonna play this game is gonna have the timer on. Why would you make it the most annoying noise ever? I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm pissed. Why would they do that? I so want to play without sound effects on. I want to start playing without sound effects on. It's such a fucking annoying thing to me. Because I'm allowed to jump for free. I'm allowed to jump and experience emotions other than hate and rage and despair. Oh, but the timer is so important for streaming. It matters. Ah! The things I do for my audience that doesn't exist. Because it's literally, I guarantee you this. Anybody who's watching this, there's no way that that noise bothers you. It's 100%. It has to just be a me thing. And if it's not just a me thing, then I'm probably the source of you noticing it and hating it. Man, I need to, like, DM Andos on Twitter and be like, hey, I'm a big shot. Nipplenik showed up in my chat twice. I know what's going on for your game. You need to remove the pocket watch sound effect. Just like fucking take it out of the game. Remove it from existence. It doesn't deserve to be here. When God's choir is singing, I really fucking hope that the pocket watch isn't there. I really hope that the pocket watch isn't there. This stupid fucking thing. It's literally just an existence designed to inspire hatred. I bet Andos was just like, I want people to have some cues to know when the thing is happening, and I'm just sitting here like, this is the worst feature in the entire game. Oh. At least now that we've problem solved, I contractually obligated to not complain about the thing again, no matter how much it bothers me, because I sat here on stream for 20 minutes and scienced out where the source of it was. That's all the time that I'm allowed to be an ass on camera. Simply not allowed to have any more. Oh, and we get to see the crux spots again because I baby raged. Gimme. Yay. I tried to cramp on. It worked anyway because I spammed it desperately. Okay. This hold is 100% new. There's no way it's not new. I refuse to believe I exist in a world where that hold existed for all of it. I didn't even play this game on launch. I played the DLC so late because I didn't have money to buy it. Oh, but it was so worth the wait. So worth the wait. Although, boy, is it fucking experience. I can't even complain truly about the negative things in this game because I have no idea if my complaints would translate to your typical average gameplay because I'm doing it mostly itemless. I'm doing it with the items that I like and none of the other ones. Some people might choose to do itemless percent. I choose to do picky percent, where I do what I want. And hopefully people watch it anyway. Tee hee 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 hee. Honestly, I would be ecstatic if we did Towering Viscera on this stream. I kind of don't think it's gonna happen because every time in the past I've been like, "Hey, that would be really cool if we beat this mountain this stream." The opposite has occurred, and I've had to go back next stream and be like, "Hi guys, sorry, it's this one again." Ugh. But honestly, I wouldn't really be too upset having stream 2 of this mountain because this mountain's funny. That's all it needs. All it needs for watchability is entertainment value. Everybody's gonna fucking gawk at their screen when I get to roughly 1,000 meters up and we get to experience ice. Because it's genuinely an exciting thing in this game when there's more than 3 colors on screen. It's like, holy shit, the color blue. This was imperceivable to my mind before this moment. Hacha. I gotta say, still very, very stressful. It's something that I think will only become a... I mean, maybe not only, but I think only. It's only gonna become a bigger problem how much this game scares me. How stressful it is and how spooky ooky. Because boy does it get hard to talk when you're spending 100% of your brain power panicking. It's like, okay, I need to open up my mind map. Dude, that's so unfair. That's so sad. I don't think I can save myself at all. I missed the... I don't even think I missed it. No, I missed it. Those fucking pinches. The fucking pinches. Once again, not allowed to complain about it, but the timer sound. And you know what? Maybe complaining about the timer for roughly 20 minutes was a good thing, actually. Because we have slightly more viewers than before. So, something positive came out of it. Something positive. That's a guarantee. I would like to imagine that also people care about this game a lot more in the later parts of it. So, since we're in the home stretch, I should very much be allowed to just clickbait every single stream and just be like, oh, I'm doing the hardest mountain in the video game without any ropes. Because people like to argue about which mountain is actually the hardest. I can just call all of them the hardest and be like, I changed my mind. And anybody asks why 3 different mountains in the game are called the hardest, I'm just, well, I made the first one, and then I was like, this is really, really hard. And then I did the one after it, and I was like, ugh, really, really hard. So, you know, they're all the hardest. Why not? Makes it feel more even. Honestly, I would be the kind of person to do that. Sadly, Towering Visser is just, it's missing a little something something to be up there with the big boys. Maybe the something that it's missing is purely the fact that I've climbed it, though. Because it definitely makes a mountain more threatening to not have a stamp at all for it. But boy, am I gonna wait and fucking waste everybody's time until I can get the achievement for climbing Tempest and get the achievement for free soloing Tempest at the exact same time. That's what I desire in this world, and so I will have it. Oh. I, Giorno Giovanna, have a dream, and it's to climb mountains semi-suicidally. I like to think that I fumbled up that danger word enough so that YouTube won't get mad at me. Who knows? I probably didn't. I should have just, like, screamed into the microphone instead. That would have worked a lot better. Had not letting YouTube know what I was saying. Just any time that I say one of those spooky danger words, I just turn over to the microphone slowly and go, ah ha 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 ha. And everybody knows that I'm saying something that I shouldn't be saying. I mean, I know literally all I can talk about is content creation, because literally all I know is content creation. Because all I spend my life doing is watching people play videos. And probably my favorite censor sound effect that anybody I've seen use is a lot of Oni Plays videos, because they like saying slurs because they're bad boys. So they use their censor sounds a lot. And one of them is just like a weird distorted like lion growl or something. And so you hear them line one up. You're like, okay, I'm about to get hit with a big one. And then it's just like, row, row. That was a terrible lion growl, but, you know, it kind of, to an extent, it sounded like the effect that they use. If you listen to it and the noise that I made next to each other, you would call me a liar. But to me, there's some similarity. And runner-up for best one, ooh, this sucks. Runner-up for best one, ooh, this sucks. Runner-up for best one is RT Game, and he has the clip of him just saying YouTube that he superimposes over the audio. That was probably interesting gameplay. Just me struggling more and more while trying to get through an anecdote. I finally get to a safe spot. YouTube. It's the only thing that matters in my filthy brain. Just thinking about YouTube for one moment longer. It's also I would assume that it's a semi-unique problem, but seriously, something that makes it harder to stream is the fact that I want to watch so many other people's streams. Like, genuinely, it's my main man, Mr. John Grayfruit. His name is Jacob. He's been playing Mosalina lately, and that game rocks. And I'm like, ooh, I want to watch. I have some time today. I kind of want to watch a Mosalina stream. And then I'm like, wait, I could be the stream. And then I curse myself with having to think words up for the next 2 hours or longer. It is fun to do. I will say that. It makes child me a little bit giddy every time I hit the start streaming button. Okay, I hesitated so long. Yeah, I fucked it up because I fucking waited. And there's definitely easier ways to do that part, but I simply refuse because that one's cool and stressful and it makes me panic. And I don't mean to make it a running trend, but I guess it is. Where I have a better time in games when I'm losing my mind in them. If a game is intense enough and an experience that I care about enough for me to sit here and rage at it, then it is totally a good experience for me. I'll be angry the whole way, but I'll be happy that I'm angry. Because it's angry at a thing that is entirely under my control and not just like rage that's inconsolable and about something that I won't ever... I had too much height. Bong my little forehead. Ugh. Point is, games are easier to hate because I truly love them. Dude, no. Anguish. Sometimes you just fall all the way down. I know I could have saved myself, but it refused. Can you tell that I've been watching Undertale lately? Dude, spaghetti. Smells like rocks. The abandoned quiche. I'm hip, right? God. The fact that anybody's here listening to me. It's kind of special. It's kind of special. I wonder how good a stream would do if I just played Undertale and, like, called out every single bit before it happened. I was just like, okay, this is the part where Sans walks behind you and he has a whoopee cushion in his hand. Okay, there's the conveniently shaped lamp that you hide behind, and Papyrus is gonna come from the right side of the screen. Okay, the camera's gonna pan to the left, and there's gonna be a rock standing behind you. It would probably be the worst thing ever, but I kind of want to do it now. Yeah, just make content for actually no one. Just like Undertale, but the worst experience ever because I've memorized the entire game. Oh, that was tragic. Tragic, 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 tragic. You know what? I'm going to be a terrible streamer and check Discord because I think it's funny to do that when I have viewers. Okay, it was somebody sent me a tweet. I like the faction of humanity that continuously calls it Twitter. It's a faction of humanity that I side with. Okay, I clowned on myself. I don't even care about the time loss there because it means that we don't have to hear the ticking of the stopwatch start again. Just feels so good. I mean, I don't even use Twitter. I have accounts for it, but I don't like it, so I don't use it. And it feels great to be completely detached from anything that happens in there and just call it Twitter anyway. I'm getting the experience of being somebody's grandpa, just calling something the wrong name for fun. Ooh. It's just like, oh, you're playing with your Pokemans, and you. How would you even say Peaks of Yore in a stupid way? It's already old timey. It's like, I don't know. I don't think that there's a silly old man way of saying Peaks of Yore. Because it's already, like, who says Yore? Yore itself is already kind of I wouldn't call it a complete joke word, but it's kind of a joke word. At least in modern society. I can't imagine many people using it for complete serious. I would imagine there's a lot of /J going on. Yeah, that's right. Not only do I watch YouTube, I pay attention to Tumblr. That's right. Ooh, our viewer count dropped? That's a lie. I did not look at the viewer count. I like imagining that everybody hates Tumblr with a passion. Even though that's really not the vibe that I get. I think a lot of people are just like, whatever. It's just let the Tumblr people be contained within Tumblr. Is the main vibe that I think I get from people, which I very much fuck with. I love silly little internet community that doesn't get much sunlight. Feels like a place that I belong, because I don't get much sunlight, which is kind of a lie. I guess speaking of getting sunlight, I was doing yard work today, because it's yard work day for me, and I almost had a tragic experience where our backyard is slanted, and there's like a trench in the back of it. So it's like you go down a hill for a little bit, and then there's like a maybe a 2-foot drop, and then like a 1-foot gap before the fence. And I was driving my lawnmower down the hill, and the grass was slippery because it was covered in dew. And so I slipped, and before any instincts to like save myself or let go of the emergency stop on the lawnmower or like try to save both me and the lawnmower, which both me and the lawnmower were fine coming out of it, if anybody cares. Instead of doing all of that, I just kind of held really tight to the lawnmower and thought, damn, this is kind of like Peaks of Yore. And then I laughed at myself, and then I cleaned some fucking grass clippings off my pants and got back to mowing the lawn, and I was thinking about Peaks of Yore a little bit more. And I, like, man, I have a problem. I am a fucking addict to this game. It's so fun. There's just so many emotions that go into every single part of it. I love trying to shoot the shit, but the game is too stressful, so you only partially shoot the shit. It's such a good feeling. And for anybody who's screaming and crying and pissing their pants worried, like, no, Peaks of Yore only has like 40 levels in it. Kirby Mancer's gonna run out eventually. I'm probably gonna play a bunch more similar games. I I have Pogo stuck, and I've played a decent bit of it. That was really, really close. And I quite honestly like it, so I will probably, once Peaks is done, if Peaks is ever done, I will hop on that train, even though it's about 50 years too late for it. Ugh. I'm such a fan of these games that are made to piss you off. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just, it's like how when you're sad a lot and you like sad media because it makes you feel sad, but it doesn't have the like real life consequences of feeling sad. So this is kind of like climbing a mountain because I can get pissed and fall off and I won't explode. And also, I mean, more real because I was mad that I fell off there. um, More truly, I think that it gives you a place to feel anger at something that you know that you don't truly hate. And thus you experience the emotion fully and don't have any of the bitterness, which usually comes quite very attached with feeling hatred. So that rocks. Ugh. It's just a personal favorite of mine. I wish that sad games were like good stream material, but I see no universe where that's the case. I see absolutely zero timelines where I play a sad, depressing game on stream and I make good content out of it. Because I will so... if given the smallest, tiniest opportunity to get pissed, or sorry, to be sad, I will take it. I will remove my happy persona in an instant and be depressed on the spot. And nobody can stop it when it happens. and thus we won't be playing sad things on stream. That is just a thing that won't occur. That's fine. Because there's plenty of other things to play. Oh, I guess also, speaking of post Peaks of Yore, I would love to try out White Knuckle. I watched the trailer of it, and then I know that Markiplier played it, so it's probably more popular than Peaks of Yore is. And it looks quite fun. Although there's parts of it, I mean, of course, I literally only watched the trailer, and I go into things knowing about as little of them as possible. If I know that I'm gonna plan to play a game, I'll stay away from content in posts of it or whatever. Living under a rock is my specialty. There's some parts of White Knuckle that look a little bit weird. Like, I think it's a bonus, but you don't have arms in that game. You just have weird little, like, PNG hands that are disconnected and come out of you. Okay, that was depressing. Please. Yeah. That was the most crazy bit of gameplay you'll ever get. Most crazy bit of gameplay ever. Also, just since I have been an audience of Peaks of Yore, I really love the idea that people are sitting out there on the edge of their seats with me during this, because there's a very distinct difference between the stress that you feel playing this game and the stress that you feel watching this game. Because the stress while playing it is like, oh shit, I tried to do a thing and then I fucked up. And because of my own fuck up and like being scared of my own fuck ups, that's what stresses me out. But when I'm watching somebody else play this game, I get stressed out because I have no clue what's going on in their skull. It's like every second or third move that they make, I just stare at in awe. Like, dude, why would you do that ever? And like, people are totally capable of playing the game fine. I think it's just a disconnect of brains or something. But I genuinely get more stressed watching other people play this game than playing it myself. I would brand them as different kinds of stress, but I would say that there is more of it watching other people play. And I hope to spread that cascading feeling as much as I can. And I'm sure that it'll only feel scarier because more people are going to learn about the game, and I'm going to get to further bigger mountains and bigger challenges and everything. And, I mean, I still don't know what the Idol of Cruelty does, but we'll figure it out one day, and when we figure it out that one day, I will either be very, very happy to try and challenge the monster, or I will be very, very sad at the challenges that are in my future. Those are the two outcomes that I see, and I'm quite scared of both of them. And just a secret to me and my oh, you heard the F forming in my mouth. I was gonna say 4 viewers, but they left. My 3 viewers. Just a secret between us. Every time that I've done a level in this game during nighttime, because there's an achievement for doing all of the DLC during nighttime, every time that I've done a level for that, I've also done it using the idol of your grip strength is better. So, sorry. I'm still not using ropes, by the way. Like, during the nighttime challenges, I'm still sitting here bashing my head against the wall ropeless, but I give myself that one benefit because it works. You're allowed to use idols to get achievements and stuff. It's just most of them don't really help you that much. Because the one idol that I know about that gives you a benefit just increases your, like, grip strength. Like, the time that you're allowed to spend holding on to things with timers. Really, 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row. That just smarts. That just smarts. And we're finally on a a mountain that, like, takes a minute to make you fall off of it. It's an experience for sure. Lets me get all of my anger out before I'm allowed to control the video game again. And I feel like there's an amount of integrity that I want to feel in this game, but also like 80 hours of my playtime was offline, and I will probably have more playtime offline. Because, quite honestly, I don't see the point of making content of doing the levels during nighttime, because that's just gonna be less fun to watch. The audience will have less inclusion in what's happening, and that's not really, I don't know, I don't want to do that. It doesn't sound PogChamp. Doesn't sound PogChamp at all. I don't know why I did that so weird, and I apologize for the fact that I did it so weird. I will continue to do things weird in the future, though. That's not a promise to never be weird ever. There's also just so many times in this game where you'll fuck up in a way that's hard to even notice, because there's just a million billion variables. Because it's all about swinging your guy and, like, knowing where your hitbox is, which is really, really hard to do together, and leads to so many different states that your character can be. Where it's just fucking terrifying. I don't even remember where I was going to start that sentence, because I got scared. The mountain imbued me with fear, and thus I was also imbued with forgetfulness. I was definitely going to say something, though. I think I was just going to say that it's hard enough to do these mountains without ropes. So and doing them twice without ropes, no less, because I'm doing the... Yeah, I'm fucking 3 times without ropes, because I'm also doing nighttime. Because I'm doing them once for fun, just like by myself, and then I'm doing them on stream because I want footage for it, and then I'm also gonna be doing them all at nighttime because I want the freaking pin. This is the curse of video games. You have to play them. God, worst possible fate. Playing video games. Video game that has a lot of possibilities and a lot of playtime in it. Yeah, it's worse than hell. Please don't ever give me that. I would really hate if developers started filling their games with stuff. That would piss me off to no end. To absolutely no end. I want to quote more Undertale. But there's no more funny Undertale to quote. I said every single funny line. in the moment that I chose to say the word spaghetti. That was all of them. That was every funny line in Undertale. I patted both of those volumes perfectly on accidentally. Just drive-by head pats for the volumes. Just flinging by, pat pat. Also, shout out holds that have unique sounds. I don't think every hold in the game has a unique sound, but volumes sure do. How many times have I done this part of the mountain, and how many times have I tried to go from that first pitch to the second pitch unsuccessfully? Ooh, that was very, very close. That was almost as close as can be. Almost as close as can be. Almost. Also, I guess I might as well just plug it, because I don't ever plug it. This is going to be my first time plugging it in, like, 20 million streams. Is I have a VOD channel where I go put all of this. So if you like what you're seeing here with the rock climbing and stuff, I have a convenient little playlist on my YouTube channel, which oh shit, I forgot the command. No. I just don't mind me for a second. Don't mind me for a second. I'm just gonna go conveniently grab the link to my VOD channel, which exists and has a convenient little playlist of all of my Peaks of Yore gameplay. Yeah. There we go. Ah, fuck. No, I hit inspect element. Why is inspect element easier to hit than paste? Who knows how anything works? Whatever. Okay, there it is. The epic thing in chat. I want to go look at it, but I shan't. When I clicked on YouTube to go find that link, I got like I have 3 new notifications, which implies that somebody replied to a comment or something. Because I have videos on my main account, but I don't post often. So I would imagine that somebody just replied to a comment. Oh wait, I totally did, because one of my friends released a music video a couple days ago, and I commented on it, and I was egregious, and I used his old username on it. I wonder if there's any fans of his stuff enough for them to be like, oh my god, this guy's a real head. He knows the true name of this guy. And by true name, I mean the name that they don't want attached to their music account. I kind of just assumed that comment would get dragged into the void. But who knows? Maybe I have some sway in the comment community. Okay, game. Please, I beg of thee. I'm shadowboxing. I'm so angry. I'm shadowboxing with rage. Okay. Maybe we take a second, and next time we get to that part, we don't do it the stupid way. I thought I had a convenient strat to always do that. I literally have successfully done that strategy in this very stream. Okay, that was depressing. So, quite honestly, I'm a little bit clueless why I all of a sudden am unable to do it, but it's been scientifically proven that streaming makes you stupider. So, maybe I'm just getting some really, really early onset dementia. Really, really early. Gimme. Oh, that did not gimme. Ah. I love the start of the mountain. Okay, I think it's time to reveal my secret hidden technique. It's time to shine. And what that means is you can turn on night mode with the convenient pillar and then grab the lamp, and you stay glowing even though it's daytime. So nothing has changed difficulty wise or visual wise other than I emit light now. It's time to fucking shine, dude. It's time to fucking shine. And I don't even know which mountains have that pillar on it. I have no idea what the restrictions are. It's not beating it at nighttime because I have not beaten this level at nighttime yet. I think just some of the levels have the pillar, and when the levels have the pillar, you are allowed to shine. And I'm so glad that they left that in the game. Because it makes me so happy. It's just you're having a rough time on Towering Visser, and you're just like, okay, fuck you, Mountain. It's time to shine. I'm here to win and only win. Ooh. That would be so funny if my shining attempt was my one attempt, which did really, really bad. That'd be so funny. It would be even funnier if we made it all the way up to ice, though. As if to prove that the shine increases my skills at the video game in any conceivable manner. Which, I mean, to be fair, we've never messed up that part, and we've never done that specific save before, so maybe to somebody that part looked kind of cool or entertaining, or maybe something even slightly positive. Maybe. Well, I sure do feel imbued with the power, though. I feel strong. And I like how you can tell that the glow is emanating from me and not, like, my torso, because the, my pipe that I have that's gold and reflectivey, it gets an extra bit of glow in, like, the center of it. That's where I would imagine your head would be reflecting. That is typically not there if you were to analyze the golden pipe very intensely. So I like that deciding that it's time to shine also just makes your golden equipment also shine. It's just such a fucking epic video game. Even though it's not even, I don't even think it's an intended thing. Like, I assume that it's been left in because it's harmless, but it for sure isn't intended. There's no reason for you to ever have a lantern during daytime. It's just a unintended side effect of adding those pillars to the game that I'm extremely, extremely happy about. You can tell that it makes me happy because I haven't complained once this climb. The hard part about trying to be a content creator is that Josh JAWSH has a complete stranglehold on the complaining market. Anybody who likes content of people bitching and moaning just watches him. So like, I'm gonna go out of business, man. I'm gonna go out of business. Because all I do is try to speedrun and complain. My niche has been taken before I started. Or maybe my niche is for the, like, 6 months in between every single Boffy video. I need to upload a Minecraft video directly in the middle of that chunk of time. Where everybody's like, God, I would love to watch some Boffy right now. Ugh. I kind of love content creators who disappear off the face of the earth for large chunks of time at a time. That doesn't feel like yeah, that doesn't feel like I grabbed that hold at all. Dude, that's maybe one of the stupidest grabs I've ever seen in this game. Yeah, I gotta love when the game is just handing out free wins. Really boosts my morale. Ignore that I almost fell off the mountain there. It would have been funny. It would have been for views, guys. It would have been for the epic Twitch clips. Even though I genuinely don't think there's been a single Twitch clip on my channel since I have started going again. I took a break for reasons that won't be disclosed probably ever. And I'm back from said break, and clearly my entire audience curse-floated in the meantime, which is it's expected, quite honestly. Why would you stay with somebody who doesn't upload? But I'm glad to be back, and I hope to regain some of my former glory and mayhaps even become better. Okay. That sucks. That's a little bit easier to deal with. Okay. Should be good. Still stressful. It never stops being stressful. But we should make it to the next crux. Oh yeah. Crevices. Crannies. No, I'm a fake fan. Fake fan spotted. Kill him with rocks. Kill him with rocks. He mentions rock facts. Why not make it a rock fact that he dies by rocks? Don't kill me with rocks, by the way. I don't think that's something that needs to be said or reminded to anybody, but don't kill me with rocks, please. Another thing that I can talk about to waste time while we're going through the cranny section is I thought that I was playing this game without free aim, and earlier when I was baby raging about the timer sound effects, and I was looking through the settings, desperately hoping that there would be a setting to turn off the timer sound effects, I saw that I've been playing the game with free aim on, which is a decision. I think it's merely been so long that this is how the game is to me, and if I were to turn it off, then I would start experiencing negative consequences. But it seems to... Fuck, dude. I was focused on what I was saying. I didn't even glance at the fucking crack bar. I didn't even glance at it. I just thought I was okay. Ah, man. So much for shining. I need to remove my glow because we're not cool anymore. This is kind of what I expected, though. Towering Visor is a beast. I do personally think that it gets easier when you're up in Icetown, but I fucking bonked my silly little head. I think it's easier when you're in Icetown, but that doesn't really mean a lot because the climb's still pretty hard. And it's the endurance test. This is the first first mountain that I would call really, really long in the DLC. Fucking screw me. Where it's just you keep on going. You keep on fucking going. There's so much mountain to be climbed. And I guess I haven't even really given a... You know what? I'll try to give us a solid view of it. I know you look up when you walk into the mountain, but none of us were paying attention during that part at all. Where... Oh. If you leave the railing, it just kills you. Usually you're allowed to walk outside a little bit. Usually there is some safe zone, but I guess they didn't want that. So this is this beast of a mountain. We died about there where my cursor is. That's about where our PB is, I think. Oh yeah, I reset the mountain, so I don't have the number for my PB, but my best educated guess is where my cursor was. Which also, I don't even know if that's a good marker, because your cursor in this game is absolutely minuscule. And it's, like, vaguely see-through. I was staring at my cursor instead of staring at the rocks, and I almost fell off the mountain because of it. Just sitting here needing to analyze every single little thing until I 100% get it. And then once I 100% get it, it will be conveniently never talked about again, because it will stop mattering. Anybody read any good books lately? I read 1984 and it made me pissed. No, that's kind of true, kind of a lie. And also, I didn't even read it recently, but I did read it. There's, you know, we can always wrap the conversation back to Grapefruit. The reason that I read 1984 is because in one of the Grapefruit co-op Isaac streams with Lark, he mentions a specific bit that just... I had not seen the piece of media that he was talking about, but he mentions 1984, and then he goes, yeah, there's a like comedy sketch where they're parodying the part of the movie where your main character gets tortured, and he has the rat goggles, And the only thing that's different about the scene is the rat has gigantic fucking nuts. And I sat there thinking about the line about the rat with gigantic nuts, and I was like, shit, I have to go read 1984 and then scour the internet for this clip that I heard about because I need to understand the giant rat nut joke. I need to. And you know the worst part of the entire thing? The joke is just that there's a rat there and that they put fat nuts on it. Like there's nothing subversive, there's nothing plot based. It's just man, wouldn't it be funny if we took this horror scene with a rat and gave him nuts? And you know what? It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Oh, I think about rat nuts probably too much, and entirely because of that. And like, if you've read 1984, you know, like, rats aren't even a part of the book. It's like the rats are revealed near the climax to be the main character's like biggest fear, which is stupid because his biggest fear should be communism, I guess. And they use it to scare him. Essentially, guy walks into room, goes, "I know that you hate rat," and then our hero goes, "I know hate rat," and then they put him in the rat machine, and then he's like, "Oh." And the worst part is I got to that scene and I was like, holy shit, they're talking about rats. Like, this is my moment. This is when it's gonna matter. Like, literally all of my thoughts of 1984 are leading up to this moment of rat nuts. And the scene gets cut short. I kid you not. The one scene with rats in the entire book ends on like a cliffhanger. Like you are introduced to the torture that he goes through, and then the chapter ends and he is in a different situation the next time you see him. So it's not even like the rats are a major thing. It's just like, hey, main character, we have established that you don't like rats. Go in the rat machine now. And somebody out there thought that it was such a compelling scene that they had to add rat nuts to it. Kind of makes me want to watch the movie too, because I know that the protagonist looks very silly in the movie. I tend to imagine my protagonists very faceless when I'm reading, and so when I go into a movie and all of a sudden my protagonist has a face that's supposed to be very, very expressive, I notice it intensely because I'm like, wait, this wasn't the story that I read. In my mind, they merely didn't have one. It's like the meme about imagining an apple, but you get told to imagine your favorite story character. It's probably just because I fucking hate eye contact, so I don't remember people's faces. So my brain never looks at faces, so thus it doesn't think to remember them. At least that would be my headcanon. Oh. And gosh, Peaks actually rocks when you are in a situation where you just have a lot of climbing to do. Because I could just sit here and try to think up any old stupid silly billy topic to yap about, and everybody has to be stuck to their screen fully engaged because I'm doing cool stuff in the video game, even though all I'm talking about in real life is how much I watch Markiplier and PewDiePie, and how I'm, even in the year of our Lord 2025, I really wish that PewDiePie would do a couple more parts of the game Half Minute Hero, because that was my favorite Let's Play of his, and he stopped playing it because nobody gives a shit about that game. I'm probably the first person in history to care about that video game. Okay. Then remember, stop thinking about PewDiePie playing Half Minute Hero and start looking at the bar in the bottom of your screen, which tells you if you fall or not. One of those things that's in your mind is a little bit more important than the other. It's up to you to make out which is which. Oh, oh my god. I thought I was gonna fall all the way down, which it doesn't even make sense because there's holes below me there. I was just panicking. Pure, unadulterated panic. Oh. And just a thing that I want to mention because it matters, and I mentioned a thing like 4 streams ago with the sole purpose of making more mention of it now, is that finally, like 16 climbs later, we are able to witness a section. Oh my god. Bah! Bah! Sorry. About 16 climbs later, we're able to witness a section where those cracks are used with more intent to make you fall off the mountain. I still think that those specific special cracks are lame and not very much harder than your typical average everyday crack. But oh my god, I fell off the mountain because I held the hold slightly too long. No. 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 Anybody watch any good movies lately? I No, I totally forgot that 1 and 2 on like the top of your keyboard are the original binds for your pickaxes, because I can't imagine anybody playing this game with those as the sorry, excuse me. I don't even know why I'm burping. Body decided so. I don't know how anybody would even think about playing this game with with the pickaxes bound to your 1 and 2 buttons. Like, that's terrible. It's actually just monstrous. Okay, I'm in a situation. I saved myself. Oh yeah, keyboard clacks. I will say, it being unreasonably hot in my room is kind of going with the vibes. It's not gonna go with the vibes on. I was gonna say once. How about if we get to the ice part? I'll stop feeling proper, but it sure does feel like I am hot and sweaty after a workout. That sure is the way that it is. Oh. It might be fan gaming soon. I feel really bad turning on the fan while I'm playing this game because there's already so much, or so little game sound, and I don't want what little game sound that there is to be drowned out by my fan going brrrr. There's probably somewhere out there who like pops off whenever a streamer turns on a fan though. Just like, yes, environmental stream, let's go. If I streamed in times or places where loud noises happened, I totally would. I would totally try to like make a series of streams where it's just needlessly environmental. But I live in a suburban neighborhood, so I think there has been one loud like house party that I remember in my memory of this house that I've lived in my whole life. So it's a not a very loud area, sadly. I do remember really liking that one, just because they got like their garage. The way that our houses are set up is I'm on like the far right side of the place, and the house to the right side of my house has their garage on the far left side of their house, and they got like a band to play in their garage. So I just sat in my room with my window open, getting free tunes and playing video games, and it rocked. And I'll never experience that emotion again. Because I'm not gonna hire a band to play in my garage while I play video games from the next room over. It doesn't really seem a worthy use of money. Oh yeah, greed pays off. Um, okay, that was so sketchy. That was so sketchy. Man, I sure would love to play with some ice right now. I like when I get that hold nice and easy. It turns this whole section from a huge, just fucking seizing mass of stress into something a little bit more manageable. Just a little bit. Ugh. 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 I feel so much less powerful since I've lost my shine, but I'm contractually obligated to only shine for one moment at a time. That jump sucks because if you miss it, it's just over. I think that's my first time missing it on camera, but there have been plenty in the past. Plenty in the past. Ooh. Come on, Kirby Mancer, don't mention the pocket watch. Don't mention the pocket watch. All of your fans will hate you if you mention the pocket watch. I wonder why the mountain lags there. I wonder if there's like chunks loading. I have no idea how this game processes its loading. I just kind of assume that it's a low fidelity enough project that it doesn't need to care really hard about stuff like that. Because this is a game that would run on like a 1990s computer. Which I'm not saying that as a bad thing at all. I think this game looks perfectly beautiful. It just sure has pixely graphics. And also, it existed without color for a while, which is it's maybe one of my favorite Peaks of Yore fun facts. Is that when the game launched, there just wasn't color. That was an option that was added to the video game later. And boy, it makes me smile. It's so funny to imagine releasing a video game in what, like 2022? Peaks of Yore came out? It was either 2022 or 2021. Just releasing a video game in that year that it doesn't even have an option for color. Like, Andos, you are hilarious. You are so funny. And it also makes it so that, like, playing a DLC level next to a base game level, it's just, there's so much more color. Like, even the sky, it's like, just in the base game, everything is, like, slightly gray. It's like you turn the contrast down. Just because the game wasn't, like, those parts of it weren't designed to exist in color. So all of it was gray from the moment it existed. And then you play in the DLC, which was designed to be in color, and then you look away from the mountain and you're like, holy shit, I count like 5 colors on my screen right now. Which is crazy. That's unprecedented. Nobody's ever seen that many colors ever, except maybe a mantis shrimp. Oh, I panicked and I messed it up. Oh, but I saved it. These panic moments rock. I feel like, because quite frankly, I'm probably one of my biggest fans, just because I like watching my own VODs, because it makes me feel like I've made it somewhere. And where was I even going with that? Watching my own VODs. Oh yeah, if I was a viewer of my Twitch stream, I feel like I would just exclusively clip all of the parts where I get interrupted because I'm too busy panicking to continue forming sentences. It's like, yeah, granted, I'm planning on doing something similar to that by making a video of all of this, but there's something different about being a Twitch viewer. Ooh. And also, it makes me happy seeing what people clip. Even though my most popular clip was clipped by like an 11-year-old, and they really liked a joke that I did where I said that I liked balls. And so my most popular Twitch clip is me going, I like balls. and then it ends. Which kind of rocks. Like, to an extent, that rocks. It's not the kind of highbrow humor that I want to be known for, but to an extent, that rocks. Because that means that my stupid little juvenile joke hit somebody hard. And that's kind of the main thing that matters, is that somebody's laughing. Even if it's not me. Blah. Sorry, when I'm stressed, I turned into a rabid. A single one rabid. Even though they are exclusively referred to as plural. Yes, it is me, rabid. Okay. Do we try for the funny one again? Nobody's in chat. I'm just talking to myself. 3, 2, 1. Make a decision. No, we're not. We're not doing the funny. Even though it would be funny. What the fuck? Oh, the classic blunder. I think that I just get stressed. I don't think that there's any problems with my mouse, but I think that me being stressed and having to keep buttons held down for a significant period of time just leads to me being a little bad at unpressing the buttons. That's my headcanon as to why I fucking suffer with that problem constantly, that I see nobody else suffer with. Where I'll just try to launch myself fully and then be stuck to the rock because I didn't fucking let go of it. It's the most Kirby-mancer thing to do. Oh. Trying to think of conversation topics. There's got to be one somewhere. There's got to be one somewhere. Man, I wish I had more streamer friends so that I could play Repo with people. I'm genuinely a massive Repo fan, and I feel like content for that game in the solo sphere has been taken. I don't think that there's anything that I can add to Repo by myself, simply because the solo Repo content creators are crazy at the game. And I don't think that I can match up to that. Like, what's the record for highest level in that? Last I saw, it was like 214 for levels reached in solo Repo, which is just it's an insane number. It's like nobody should play that game that much, and because of that, I feel there's probably not a lot of room for scrubs like me, who are... I'll pat myself on the back a little bit here. Oh my fucking god. Maybe I won't pat myself on the back a little bit here. I was gonna say I'm pretty good at Repo, but there's clearly something that I'm missing. Oh man, does it does it hurt my emotions to fall off the mountain? I just want to see ice again. It's maybe just full stream where the only success I see is depths of your dad. Okay, I love when that happens. That instance occurs when I am trying to get a really good swing on something, and my spacing is just a little bit too far away. So then my perfect swing turns into fucking nothing. And it happens quite a bit, apparently. Although, if this stream were to be categorized by successes and failures, it would be mostly successes. Because, like, pretty regularly, I get up to the 500 meter mark of the climb. It's just that it's really hard to keep going the whole way. This is a very fun climb, though. I feel as though, in contrast to some of the other ones, Dunderhorn. Okay. I'm not really mad at all. I think that it's one of the big ones, so you expect to not make it, and you just vibe with the climb that you get. You don't think about the parts that are a little bit further than what you got before. You think about the parts that are in front of you, so that you don't be filled with depression. That's my tip to anybody who plays this game in a stupid manner like I'm doing. which I honestly don't even know if I could recommend it. Because there's got to be some severe differences in your takes on this game, depending on your mindset going in and the amount of tools that you let yourself use. Because there's always simply the option to just not use a tool that was given to you. That's very much a thing that you can do in this game. Friggin' gosh darn it. But I didn't even see the message. I'm sorry. You're purple and it's hard to see on my screen. But Liam is here, a recurring member in my chat when I play this game. So welcome to the most popular I've ever been while on stream for this game. Ugh. What was I even saying? Something about the game being fun, but that's boring. We don't want to talk about that. Ugh. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, literally all of my gameplay is without ropes. I've used, I would guess that I've pressed the rope button maybe 40 times, maybe 50 times in the game. I've used it for, like, practicing parts on a level that I've beaten before, and for getting some collectibles. And I feel like if you do the whole game and you are used to existing with the rope, then you would just have a completely different mindset. Like the thing that I said earlier about having to get used to always playing the part of the climb that you're on it's not even a thing, because when you have ropes, cause you have how many freaking ropes? I don't. The fact that I don't know how many ropes there are in the game is a testament to the fact that I don't use the ropes. I think that there are about 40 ropes in the video game. And when you get all of the collectibles, all of your ropes get even longer. So if you're playing the game casually, it turns into a game of, I want to keep my ropes through the easy parts and then make sure that I have enough ropes for all of the hard parts, and the ropes will carry me through my inconsistent sections, and hopefully I'll be able to just zoom my way through the climb, or at least make future attempts easier. Which is a mindset that I don't have at all. Because I simply I don't have the option of thinking about a rope as part of my solution. That's not something that I've given myself. Part one of my solution is you fling yourself in the direction that you think a hold might be, because you hope. Vizier is tough. I still haven't free soloed it. Yeah, it's it's mean. It is mean. I feel like 100% the latter half of Visor is easier. The part that I fell, that was my PB that I got to around like 850, 900 meters, is not really a part that you should ever fall at. I'm a little bit embarrassed, but not a true amount embarrassed. I really feel like all of the hard-hitting parts are in the first half, including the crux at the halfway mark. I think the halfway mark crux is terrifying, but maybe it'll get easier when you do it more. I think that I've only really successfully done it about 4 or 5 times, which is more evidence to my claim that the second half of the mountain is easier, because I only had to go through that part so many times. I don't even remember what it is about the second half that makes it easier. I think it gets rid of the stupid idea that you have to go around the back of the mountain. I wouldn't describe the second half of the climb as a ladder, because there are still, like, overhangs and shit, but compared to the rest of the climb, there are a lot more places to actually catch yourself when you fall, which is kind of my main decider of difficulty in this game. Did you see my arm do the stupid thing again, where I clicked with both of my hands, and one of my arms just decided to take longer to show up? It's maybe one of my favorite features in the entire video game. It's really cool when that happens. Alright. Silly jump. I feel so bad, just because I've been watching the nipple nick crampon list, or I mean it's full item list, but the crampons are what matter. I just anytime that I do one of these jumps, I'm just like, ooh, I feel so bad for that man in the past. I know that it's already done and over with, but I don't know how the story ends. So I'm allowed to pretend like my character hasn't been through his entire hero's journey yet. Ooh, emotions are going on in my head. But it doesn't matter. We make it anyway. Ooh. It's also probably rude to refer to somebody who's showed up in my chat as a character, but that's kind of how it feels when you're just on the screen. When Nipple Nick is in my chat, he's a person. When Nipple Nick is on my YouTube screen, he's a character. That's just how it is. I would say that I didn't invent the rules, but I did. I did invent the rules under the audience of 5 glorious people. So let's just hope that the message never gets back. Because everybody knows that I'm probably the coolest Peaks of Yore streamer at the moment. I have no clue if anybody else is playing this game or trying to do a playthrough of this game. So that means that I'm the coolest one, obviously. I know Partly Cloudy, the speedrunner, has like half of his. I mean, I call it half because the last mountains take longer, but he has a video up of I think all of the mountains before Towering Visor, or maybe it's all of the mountains. No, I think it's before Visor, because Visor is like one of the big 3 of the DLC, but he has a video out where he does like almost all of the mountains, but he does not have the video out for the final ones. And I've yet to... that's the only Peaks of Your content creator that I've been keeping up with. So that's all I know. It was very stressful how I almost fell off there. A Goose is streaming Peaks of Your? Dude, how is anybody with me? Like, how do you play this game with webbed feet? You would just press all the other buttons that you don't want to press. That's impressive as fuck. I messed up because I was thinking about Goose. Oh. The Goose is so powerful that he's messing up my game to go steal my viewers. Oh, 2 days ago. Okay, so I am the only one. Shout out me. I'm stealing all the viewers. Everybody wants me because I'm the only option. That's... Unironically, some of my strategy to being a small YouTuber, Twitch streamer, is finding these games that I know people want to watch, but are lacking in content. And that helps, because I am a person who wants to watch, and I sure notice when the thing I want to watch is lacking in content. So I'm like, damn, I'm a huge fan of this Peaks game, but nobody's playing it. Shout out me. I'm the one playing it now. Which also means that I have to go play Moselina. Which might happen. Moselina doesn't fit into my, like, schedule of games that I have going right now. I know it's not really super important that I stick tightly to only playing a few games at a time. But I kind of like what I'm doing, where I'm doing, like, Isaac and Peaks, and then some other roguelike that I appreciate, which has been Noida. Ooh. Although, I did a Spelunky 2 stream approximately forever ago, where I was really, really bad at the game, and then I did a training arc off camera, and now I'm pretty okay at the game. And I would like to do a stream now that I am able to get to Cosmic Ocean sometimes. Because I think that would... Personally, watching Spelunky runs, I think it is so much more entertaining to watch somebody have a good run rather than the million billion videos that exist where somebody's like, hey, I'm gonna try out this hip new Spelunky game, and then they die in the dwelling 30 billion times, and then you're like, okay, wow, what nice content that was. And not to get anybody excited, but this is my my second best one. Oh, isn't there a skip here? Can't you just jump over this? Oh, fuck. I, oh, every bone in my body is telling me that there's a skip here. But this is my second best run of the day. Oh yeah! That's why everybody's watching me instead of a goose. That's why everybody's watching me instead of a goose. That is the one reason why. The one reason I'm cooler than a goose. Okay. Now, let's hope that I don't die to a completely stupid way this time. Because that would be embarrassing. Cool. New PB on camera. Oh yeah, we're so close to Icetown. We're so close to Icetown. Oh yeah. Oh, me when I'm playing Undertale and I leave the ruins. We're so close to Icetown. We're so close to Icetown. Oh yeah. I'm about to pull out my pickaxes. Oh yeah, that feels good. That feels good. Something about this ice is, it feels bluer than most ice. I feel like they did something on Towering Visser to make the ice more blue. Maybe it's just because it's space ice. That jump stressed me the frick out. I thought I messed it up like 3 separate times. I just, in my brain, bounced back and forth between you fucked up and you did it. Huh. We're gonna notice a little bit more quietness now that I'm in the later half of the climb, but I assume to an extent it's expected. Okay, we need to go like that, then catch ourselves. Ugh. This area is partially what I mean by it's a lot easier to catch yourself. Of course, it being ice picks, you can't just hold out your friggin' pick and expect to be saved from every situation. But sometimes you can. Oh, are there multiple holds on the right? I can't freaking see. Oh, there is. There's a hold that is way closer that I just couldn't see. Okay, well that sucks. Huh. It's so stressful. It's so stressful. Whew. That's what we in the business call easy peasy. Okay, can I? You kinda can. Okay. All my tempest training is coming in clutch here. Every ounce of time that I spend with an icicle, it's Tempest's fault, and it's been my training. That one's very stressful. That is a very stressful part of the climb. That is a very stressful part of the climb. Okay. Another very stressful part of the climb. Huh. It's just hoping that your crampon button works is top 10 scariest peaks of Yore moment. Yeah. I'm panicking. Okay. I see volume. We shit self. You're a one-hander, aren't you? Ah, you piece of shit. It is. It is a one-hander. Okay. I'm trying to see the situation that I have to play with. Okay. I think I get it. Okay, I fucked up. I fucked up kind of bad. Oh, and I fell like right fucking smack dab in the middle of the two spots that you could save yourself. Oh, right, smack dab in the middle. Fuck. Ah. This heckin' climb. How far did we even get? You can't check your height while you're in flight. We almost we made it 2/3 of the way up. We made it 2/3 of the way up. I don't know if I have any more in me. Um, fuck it. We have yet to treat the audience to Tempest Gaming. That's an experience that everybody here is without, at least from me. So let's go give Tempest a go. Cause I'm about sick of how hot it is in my room. So I want to end the stream, but I don't want to. Oh my god, I didn't go to the right place. I want to give something, some amount of gameplay. Although it might just be boring, but I swear, it might look somewhat impressive. It might look somewhat impressive. Hi, Bivouac. Because this is my most practiced mountain. On top of being, as chat said, the easiest mountain, it's also just the one that I've played the most. So hopefully once again, disclaimer, it has been a minute, but hopefully I'm able to perform at least somewhat. Although I will probably be ending the stream the second I fall off. Unless I fall off at a distance where it will take a funny amount of time for me to hit the ground, in which case I will sit here and yap until I kunk, and then I'll end the stream. I feel like it's gonna be hard to talk. I've already messed up one of my jumps, but I'm very much 100% used to playing this without any need to talk in any way. I'm 100% self-taught. I have purposefully not watched anybody else play Tempest because I think it is cooler when you do it yourself. And there's tons of strats that you can steal from other people. Which, oh, I guess, sorry, I'm a filthy liar. I'm not 100% self-taught. There is one skip that I learned from other people. But it wasn't on purpose, I swear. Although it's a very, very helpful skip for sure. Okay, crampon, thank you. I swear I pressed my crampon button like 8 times there. Just fucking begging for it. Desperate. Okay. I would have liked if that jump went a little bit better, but that jump doesn't need to go good. It just can go good. Keyword can. And those darker tinted icicles, they are very weak, I would say. I think they can handle about 10 ice pick movements. This is my skip that I know of. This is the hidden technique that I found out thanks to other people, because it's right at the flickin' heckin' start, and I want to watch every single Spiff video, but alas, his videos have Solemn Tempest in it. And sometimes you get information you don't want. But I do believe that there's another skip similar to that later on, that I also don't even think that I did that one the exact way that I usually do it. I think I might have messed up a little bit because I was thinking about a bunch of stuff. But there's a similar skip that... What the fuck? This is just a very strange way to go up that ice bit. Ugh. Yeah, there is more skips that I will be showing later if I get there. It's always, always, always if I get there. I don't exactly know a good way to describe where it is, though. Because I kind of don't remember. It's just, like, in one of the more annoying parts. I definitely think it's post-ice wall, but maybe it's not. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Technically, this is a skip, but it doesn't feel important enough to be a skip. And we're about to come up on my favorite jump of the whole mountain, which is this one right here. Isn't that scary? It's kind of lost some of its luster for me because I've done it so many times, but it's a spooky one. That's one of those jumps where if you miss it, you're at the bottom. There's no saving you. Oh, this is the skip that I was thinking of, where you can just like stand on these and jump sideways. I think that there's other smaller skips, but this is the extent of my large skip knowledge. And that one I found out by myself, but the one before it, I definitely did not. I think it is entirely from a Astral Spiff video, as is a lot of my knowledge. Local streamer, trained entirely off of Astral Spiff clips. It's like the Venture Brothers sleeping beds that teach you everything, but I go to sleep while watching Astral Spiff VODs, and then I wake up with knowledge of the world. Then there's a way to do this that's fun, and there's a way to do this that's lame. I'm currently doing the lame way because I don't want to fall. There's not really consequences for falling at this part, because you cramp on or you grab onto that guy right down there, but whatever. Oh, we're getting close to dead guy. It's not the first dead guy of the climb, but it's the dead guy that you participate with. Ooh. Then another epic tiny skip. Ha ha ha. I'm genuinely doing way better than I thought. I thought just jumping into a tempest with no plans was going to leave me in pain, but honestly, I could fall off the mountain right now and be satisfied, because we've had 5 minutes of, quite frankly, really good gameplay. It may not look like a crazy amount, but I am so satisfied with the gameplay that I'm putting forward right now. You have no fucking clue. Oh yes, we're so close to the dead guys. Oh yeah. I wonder if there's a speedrun for touching a dead guy. It's probably, you know, there could be a speedrun for it, but I bet it's one of those ones where people are just like, just speedrun Tempest. Why would you speedrun like a quarter of Tempest? That was a little sad. I think we have our poor little guy grabbed by a suboptimal spot. Come on. Dude. I don't know if I've ever struggled with this part of the climb before in my life. I don't know if I've ever struggled with that part of the climb before in my life. Like, even once. I don't even... If I just grabbed the guy on a higher spot every single time that I've done that before in the past, that was such a unique way to struggle. Because I wasn't even gonna fall off the mountain. There's no way that what was happening would lead to me being at the bottom of the mountain. It was just slow and pathetic. That's all it was. Okay. Then this jump is really hard, but of course when you land it the first time, nothing looks hard. Nothing looks hard when you do it the second you start it. But I swear that one's difficult. I swear. It's a part of the game that I've struggled with. 100%. There's just so much mountain. And we're almost at the ice wall. So shout out. I can see it. The beauty. The coolest part of the ice wall is you don't have to take out your barometer to know where you are. You just go, ooh, my screen is 80% ice. I feel comfy here. I'm also so happy that there are tougher sections like this higher up the wall, because I kind of got to this part and was like, damn, dude, this is all Tempest is doing with the boulders. It is giving you the most free ride ever. Feels a little bit disappointing, doesn't it? But yeah, we went so fast that it didn't even throw a second round of boulders at us. That's how pathetic that boulder section is. You don't even have to deal with it twice. Ooh. Ooh. I don't think I need to crampon there, but I'm cramponing anyway. This is another jump that I think I would classify this as one of the hardest ones, but it's just because you have to turn around. Okay, well, and I fucked up a little bit, but we're in a somewhat of a safe zone here with this ice wall. It's not a full safe zone, but like, we are allowed to mess up that jump as much as we want, even though I genuinely didn't think I was gonna mess it up. Life doesn't always happen how you think. Even though it sure would be cooler. It would be epic if I beat the mountain this attempt. That's not gonna happen. Like, actually physically impossible, but it would be cool. I can muse about it and laugh at myself. That's something that I can do. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Fuck you, game. It's like, I didn't even need the hold that I was going for, but I wanted it. The one desire I feel is gimme that hold that I can't reach. It's the one emotion that I have. Ugh. I was in a sick accident when I was 2 seconds old. that rendered me only able to feel emotions about holds. Something about saying 2 seconds old was just really funny to me. It's just, I just imagine, like, doctor holding there ready to grab me, and he just goes, whoops. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's not a good not a good mental image to have. But alas, it's in my head. Oh, and we're almost at wind. Wind is canonical in this game. Ugh. I think during the Fast 50, which I half-heartedly watched because I wasn't supposed to spoil myself on any Tempest knowledge, Ludwig, who I think was the host of the event, mentioned about exactly at this point in the game where he just went like, so it's windy on real mountains, right? And then Spiff was like, yeah. He's nicer than that. I talk like an asshole. And then they immediately got to this section, or it was like Ludwig asked it while Spiff was dealing with wind, and then Spiff was just like, oh yeah, just like look at the screen and there's wind particles. And it was very fitting how you have to be like really high up on the mountain to get wind to activate, and it was just perfectly timed. Which it also wasn't even something that I noticed in the moment watching it. It was something where I had to like take that crumb of knowledge that I had for no reason at all and imbue it with future knowledge to get meaning that needs anything. Because I watched the Fast 50 and then I think I touched Tempest like weeks later. Like I think there was a minimum 14 days time where I was not playing Peaks of Yore, or where I wasn't playing Tempest, and I had just kept that little bit of knowledge in my head for no reason. Just brain decided that it was important. And thus it is. Oh, I can... This is the part where you strike fear in all the people who have actually climbed this mountain. Out of the corner of our eye there, you can see the start of the zone dubbed Icicles, which is such a run killer. It is maybe the biggest run killer. It's just such a mean part of the video game. I don't even know how to describe how mean it is. It's just like, so in the typical game, when you're like this and your feet are attached to the wall, you press the crampon button, you cramp on. When you're on an icicle, your like accepted range of where your feet can be to cramp on is just, it's minuscule, because the rest of the game you're used to an entire freaking wall like this for your feet to rest on. And you get to the icicles and it doesn't, I'm sure that you can play through the icicle section without crampons, but it sure makes you want to use your crampons all the freaking time. And I just, with how janky it is to actually get them to do what you want, it's so frustrating. It feels like it's just a chance-based event of if you get to cramp on or not sometimes, which it 100% isn't how the game works, but it's the emotions that I feel during times such as that. Ugh. Oop. I can't wait to put Solemn Tempest in the title of my YouTube VOD for this, for clickbait. That's gonna be really cool. I don't even know if it'll be good clickbait. I'm probably just gonna tack it on at the end, just to hope that the YouTube search algorithm gets people who are trying to look at Tempest and is like, hey, look at this new video that's been uploaded. Sometimes YouTube makes me feel like a villain. Sometimes it makes me feel really funny, trying to abuse the systems. Just because, like, one of my VODs, the one where I did the bulwark of broken dreams. No, the boulevard of broken dreams. No, the bulwark of the wall. I put bulwark in the title, and for the first time in eons, I was given a stat for what was it, for what search terms brought people to your channel, and it was like, yeah, putting bulwark in a title brought like 8 people to your channel, and I was like, okay, that's good knowledge, I guess. People truly love Googling about, or love YouTubing about bulwark. It's everybody's favorite thing to do. I hope that stressed everybody out. I hope everybody who's watching got very, very stressed in that exact moment. I really hope. That would make me sleep so good if I got confirmation that somebody was scared by that part. I'd read the comment and go, honk shoe, right then and there, on the spot. The classic part where your next hold is just a little too far away. It's just like, but I don't want to jump. I'm going to call it right now. This icicle breaks. Wow, that was really scary and unpredictable. Speaking of talking like an asshole, I sure do say words. Oh, you fuck. You can see me hitting it in the perfect spot, and the game just is not. It's not giving me what I want. That teleporting hold bullshit pisses me off mega. Oh, okay. Ooh, we didn't quite get far enough to the point where you actually fall and face consequences. Maybe it's a bad thing to say, but I got a little bit hopeful that the stream might have been over and I could go turn on a fan. Your boy's cooking himself for views. Your boy's cooking himself for views. Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator, but I make my room the temperature of my office. That sounds like a really good way to get a heat stroke and views. Although you would have to set your streaming room on fire if you got the good ending. Oh, that hold felt weird. It was probably just because I grabbed the back of it. Yeah. Sometimes I treat my ice picks like a horse, where I have to shake both my hands at the same time and go, yeah, for it to do anything. For it to realize that I'm trying to move forward. Y'all ever think about Castle Crashers All You Can Quaff? I think about All You Can Quaff all the fucking time. Because I'm such a bad masher. Like, I'm dog shit at pressing buttons fast. And my best friend, who I played Castle Crashers with about 1,000,000,000 billion trillion times, he would always go, hey, we just had a really fun let's play, or playthrough of Castle Crashers. Do you want to, like, play some of the mini games? And I'd be like, no, fuck you. You just want to beat me at All You Can Quaff. And he'd be like, yeah, I do want to beat you at All You Can Quaff. Do you want to play with me? And I'd be like, fine. And then I'd lose. Oh yeah. I really don't need to do that skip. That skip doesn't make the... That's one of those skips that just makes the game harder. I don't know if it's any faster. I mean, it's probably faster because you just use less holds. But I would imagine that doing the path the normal way is just more consistent and a better option all around. Will I do the normal path in the future? No. Unless I get mad at it. That's been my typical thing is I'll be really, really stingy, and then I'll get a little bit angry, and then I'll go, fuck, I fucking hate this. Who invented this? And then oh my god. I want to crampon. This is what I was talking about, where the crampons just, it feels like it's a chance that they won't work. Even though that's not, it's not how your crampons are. Oh, fuck me. Man, I want to get to the part where your fall means that the climb is over. But these freaking heckin' icicles got so many differing ideas on what you're supposed to do with your life. Oh, I don't think I made it. Oh, no, I did. It was just very close. So much for one quick tempest, and then I'll end the stream. We're here 20 minutes in. I haven't even seen any new parts of the wall. Ah, fuck. Oh, that's bad. You know, if I get condemned to... Oh, I did get condemned to this place. Cool. This is my least favorite section of the entire climb. So we're going to simply watch as that goes by and be happy that I don't have to deal with it. So, thank you everybody for watching today. I'm going to have to walk a little bit to actually get us to the bottom of the mountain. But I do want to take a second and be like, hey, fucking thank you guys for showing up. I've idolized streaming for super duper long time, and starting back up again after my break, this is 100% my biggest stream that I have done. So fucking thank you guys for showing up. Genuinely, it makes me so happy seeing number go up, and that's always your fault directly. Yes, that's right. I'm talking to you. Okay, now I need to get my end stream button. I should have prepared it in advance. Fair.